I got it. So,
All right, so
well,
Miss
ladies,
Ken, I'm getting ready to get
welcome,
started.
welcome, welcome. This is our featured Friday, and we typically want to use our Mary Kay platform to feature various different people of color in business that has businesses that are adjacent to the Mary Kay company, because we just feel that we could learn something from everybody and take that in and grow our businesses, as well as just kind of networking with each other and helping each other grow businesses as well. I am back in Mary Kay for the second time around. I started my business again May 27th, and I really started because I got laid off from my job due to COVID-19. And of course, being jobless, I wanted to get my products at 50% off. But I also, the job that I had, I absolutely loved the job, but I absolutely hated my manager. And she was one of those overbearing managers that just treated me as if I was unintelligent and didn't know what I was talking about, didn't know what I was doing. And so I wanted to build my business this time around in Mary Kay to free women from that type of bondage and let them know that they can be their own bosses and they can use this Mary Kay as a vehicle to do various different things, because I'm also a author, writer, and publisher. So I'm just using Mary Kay as a platform to help me reach other
Mhm.
people as well. So we welcome you, Miss Ken, and I'm going to take it over, let Joni introduce herself and introduce you. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Unmute, unmute. There.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Janice. That was beautiful. That was my sister Janice. You guys, I'm so blessed to have her on my team. She is a red jacket in qualification with 2 qualified consultants and just joined back in May. So look at how on fire she is. Thank you so much. Well, my name is Joni, and I am a team leader with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and my background is finance. And so I've been in the finance world for over 25 plus years. And as my sister was saying, I got frustrated in the financial world. I honestly did, because I was like, oh my God, the politics, the backbiting, all that stuff. But you get to working and you get mortgages, you're married, you have children, and you're saying to yourself, what else is there to do other than to deal with this crap? But you know what? I said, we got into Mary Kay. Me and my sister Janice came down here to Atlanta, Georgia. She said, Joni, I like what these ladies are doing here. And I said, okay, I'm getting in with you. So that's how we immediately got tangled in with the Mary Kay business. And we're part of Mia Miss and Porter, the Soul area. We're so excited about that. And I've been celebrating 20 years in the business. So I am just so excited, and we are rolling and we are ready to rip it on up. And I have the distinct pleasure to introduce to you tonight our featured guest. Her name is RoiKensha Craig. Now, I'm going to read a little bit about her, okay? All right. Miss RoiKensha Craig. She is the founder and president of the M Life Inc. The mission of the M Life is to strengthen and empower and enhance the lives of mothers and women from all walks of life. She published her first, let me get in here. Okay, published her first magazine called Me, the Me magazine, which stands for Managing Everything. Oh, I love that. And is inspirational, uplifting magazine designed for mothers. Its goal is to motivate and inspire mothers to realize the importance of motherhood and also know they are not alone in their journey. In their motherhood journey. Recently, she also just achieved brand new sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. So she is our sister in Mary Kay as well. Yay! Yes, I deserve a hand. And I also know Miss Ken as my sister in the Lord. We went to church together at Greater Stone
Yep.
Hall in Omaha, Nebraska. And as soon as I started to spell her name, learn how to say her name and spell her name, she said, "Oh, girl, just call me Ken." So we know her as Ken. So with a distinct pleasure it is for me to introduce to you Miss RoiKensha, aka Ken Craig. Go ahead, Miss
Oh,
Ken. Yay, so happy to have you
thank
here.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joni.
You're
That was
welcome.
beautiful. So I tell you, everyone, so I'm going to share my story, and I tell you all, it has been quite a journey. So before I got into Mary Kay, I was the executive director of Head Start Services for the Y in Central Maryland, here in Baltimore, Maryland, actually. And just to paint that picture for you all, we pretty much roughly had over 3,000 children, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds there. And I was responsible for overseeing all of the directors of those Head Start programs for 3 counties, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and also Anne Arundel County. Big job, big job. And I did it, and I did it. I'm not bragging on myself, but I did it well, you all. I was single for the large part of that. So I was one of those persons where I threw all of myself into my career. And so I pretty much, it was just me and my laptop for a long time. So I was there at the Y for 10 years. Not 8 of those years, I was single. So there was a lot of growth under my leadership and everything that I provided for the Y. And I got married, and my husband and I have 2 little girls. And that's when things somewhat began to change for me. I was a mom now, and I went from, first of all, marriage. I went from it was my way all that long a time. And then I had a husband, and then I had 2 girls immediately after that. And from being able to, do what I wanted to do at my home, come in, do what I wanted to do, to not being able to do that. So that was a shock within itself. Then I had children. That was another shock, motherhood. Oh my God, you all, I had a hard time managing the career, the wife, and the mommy. That was so hard for me. And for so long, I kept saying, am I the only one feeling this way? I'm like, everyone is always saying that, oh my God, motherhood is the best thing. I wouldn't be able to live without being a mom. I wouldn't be able to do this. And I was thinking, no, I think I can live without being a mother. But I thought I was wrong for feeling that way, because no one had ever said it. And that's when the M Life was born, because I started blogging about it. And those earlier blogs were quite hilarious, because I just pretty much blogged about everything, even the frustrations of it. So during that time, I remember that Joni was in Mary Kay. And when I was in Omaha, Nebraska, you all, because Joni was definitely Mary Kay. She was the brand. And so, and I remember that. And then, and even so, and Joni, you probably don't even realize this, but the times when I would sit beside you in church, I would see you paying your tithes out of your Mary Kay, when you were writing tithes out of your Mary Kay business. And I still remember that. And so I called Joni, and I was like, Joni, I'm thinking about getting, back into Mary Kay, because I had sold it one time in college, and I stopped. And so she was like, oh my God, the Lord had just, laid you on my mind. And so got back into Mary Kay, signed up, with Joni. But look, you all, I really wasn't like feeling Mary Kay for like building the team building part of it and climbing the ladder and everything. I wasn't. And Joni was the model Mary Kay rep. I mean, she was sending me texts, encouraging me and motivating me, but I wasn't having it. I just was not having it. She even had, I had the national Mia Mason Porter contacted me as well. And I just was like, I don't have time. I had a 2-year, let me see, Madison was a couple of months old, and then I had Mackenzie, who was probably 12 12 or 24 months at that time, and a demanding career. And I was like, can't do it. I can't do it. I just literally cannot do it. So moving on a couple of years to year 10, my supervisor, who was the senior vice president of early childhood operations at the Y, she was retiring. And so she was also my immediate supervisor. And so, I've always felt like that, when she left, that I was pretty much going to be the senior vice president. And just between in our conversations with me talking to her, it was pretty much, it was going to be that way. Well, she was getting ready for retirement and everything, and all of that was set into motion. That year, we had a brand new chief operation officer. And so he was very much against hiring from within. He wanted to go to the outside. And I was just thinking, okay, but I still was like, but I know I'm going to get this promotion, because I mean, a lot of what happened was my brain that the God gave me to, all of those hours that I stayed up getting 2-3 hours of sleep at night. I just knew I was going to get this promotion. So he wanted me to interview. I had to go into the interviewing process and all of that. Make a long story short, they hired someone else for that job. And you all, when I tell you all the hurt, I can't even explain to you all just the hurt. I remember just one thing that I just remember was, I remember this one project that we had that I worked on, and I'm telling you all gonna think I'm crazy, but that was just the level of my motivation and my drive. I worked the whole week on this project because it was something that had to be due on Friday, and now the federal government was coming in and we had to do a presentation. Mind you, they just told us at the last minute. You all, I got 4 hours of sleep that entire week. That was my level of commitment. And that was the only thing that I could think about during that time when I got passed up. I was like, are you serious? And I did. I mean, even now I just want to cry when I think about it, but that really just hurt me, because I poured out and I gave them so much, y'all, so much of, just so much I gave them. And Joni, and you all know, when you grew up in the church, they train you for so much, and to pretty much train for leadership too. So it was everything that I was using, my spiritual gifts, natural gifts, everything. And I just felt like it was just, thank you, but no thanks. So, the lady came in, and that was going to replace my boss. And we were going through the transition phase. My boss was still there. But you all know what began to happen. I was starting to tell her the things about, all of our agencies and, all the ropes and, and everything. And then someone, we were all having a conversation, and it just politely came out. I probably wasn't supposed to hear this, but, she was pretty much told that, well, you won't have to worry about the Head Start portion of your job, because RoiKensha will be able to handle all of the Head Start. You'll be able to focus on the other part, the preschool. You don't have to worry about that. So you all, I think I stayed maybe like 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after that. And I remember I called my husband and I was like, I'm quitting today. And he was like, what? I was like, I'm quitting. I'm sitting at the computer writing my letter of resignation, and I'm quitting. And so, and I did, and I came home, and at first I was like, what on earth did I just do? But I had peace. I was upset because it was a 6-figure salary, you all, but I had peace though. And at that time, the Lord began to show me where I had time to focus on the M Life, the blog that I had started. And then I was like, okay, but I need some money. And but I still wasn't thinking about Mary Kay. I was just in the fact where it's like, okay, I need something. I need something. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go into consulting. Everybody knew me, so I was gonna do consulting on the side. And so one day I was in the grocery store and I met this lady, and she was like, hey, I need you to come to my studio because I would love to show you some shades and love to do a facial on you. And look, you all, let me tell you, had I really listened to Joni, I would have known what was about to happen. But y'all, for real, I really thought I was going to the studio to look at some stuff. And so anyway, I went to the appointment, and she brought up the Mary Kay and everything, and she was like, let's sign you up right now on the spot. And I did. Then, I got in and, started working the business and everything. And even that, you all, even after I got back in, the Lord still wanted me to do something first. And I had to go to the ministerial program at my church because I've always had a calling on my life, but I've always ran from it because, I lived in a home where my granddad was a preacher, and I saw up close the sacrifice. I saw how you have to deny you, so that God can, be number one and first. And I really I didn't care about that side. And so I surrendered. And you know what? Mary Kay's philosophy is God first, family second, and career last. And I do believe with that philosophy, I really think that I already had that spiritual background, but to come back around again with Mary Kay and really, start to do the culture and the God first even more so, I think that really shoved me more so into my calling, like, yes, this is where you got to be. So I took off, talked to my director, and I was like, hey, I know you're not going to like this, but I really got to do this. And I took off 8 months to go to a ministerial program at my church. And I completed that. And then I got back in, and I decided, talked to my husband and said, you know what, I kind of think, maybe I got a chance at this director thing, and it's a lot of work. From what they say, it's a lot of commitment too that you have to put in. And boy, was it. There were many times, y'all, I said, I don't have to do this. This is just fine. I could be a consultant. I could be a red jacket and be happy and content with the rest of my life. but I had to do it. And I didn't know that until I got it, but it was something that I had to do. And we started the process. I started DIQ in February. Y'all know what happened? The pandemic. I was like, Lord, what in the world? Y'all, I cried because I was like, we're not going to make production. People are not buying anything. We don't know what's going on. Because I know my husband and I had even pulled back with spending. So I called DIQ department. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Just crying like a baby. And they was like, look, we're going to be here with you. We will be here with you every step of the way. And I have to say, you all, Mary Kay is the best company I think you could ever have in your corner, because they were with me and my team every step of the way. And we got up until I had to do the 4th month. And so we got up until the last week, and my dad died. My father passed the day after Father's Day. Just happened in June. Y'all, that was the week of closing. called my director. I couldn't even talk because I was just inconsolable. And I'm glad her being the person that she was, she didn't try to bum rush me with the, meeting your goal. She just let me cry. She started crying too. But I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to finish this. My dad just died. There is no way. I don't have the strength to motivate anybody. I don't have the strength to push. My dad had died. And I was like, okay, how in the world are we going to do this? And y'all, that week, when I tell y'all, we went down to Mississippi. My aunts were already down there helping my mom with the planning and stuff. And we got down there that last week in June and helped and got everything ready. And the last night of June, we were actually in the hotel. And, people were calling, my team was, doing that. And I had told my director, I'm not going to do it. We're not going to finish up. And I'm fine with that. I'm not going to do it. I don't care what happens. So, and my team was like, so, what happens? What happens? Are we going to have to start over? And I said, yeah, we will have to start over. And they were like, we're not starting over. We're not starting over. We're not starting over. I'm thankful for that team. I'm thankful for that team. And I'm thankful for God for putting that into them because they carried me. Y'all, when I tell y'all, June 30th at, was it 8:30 or maybe 9 o'clock at night, 2 of my team members became red jackets. Red jackets. That means they have 3 people on their team. That was 6 new people. I don't know how they did it. I don't even know. To this day, they don't even know. They said they were just talking to people on the phone. And they said, yes, I do want to sign up. I do need some extra money. But y'all, they signed up and they activated in the same night. I was like, oh my God, thank you, Lord. I was just like, oh my God, I could not believe it. I just could not believe it, you all. And my director was on the other end. When I say she pretty much just became me because I had checked out. She was pretty much walking everybody through everything, just doing everything. I would just sit. My team was just pretty much just sending everybody to her. And then they would put me like on the Zoom or the conference call so I could hear what was going on. But I don't even know how that happened. And literally, the last day when, we get to close orders, the final day to close orders, like a couple of days after that, if you have orders on hold. And I literally was on the side of the highway, traveling back to Maryland, putting in the last order that we had on hold for that day. And you all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We put in like an extra $10 just to make sure it was going to be over. Y'all, it was over $1 and some cents. $1. $1. Y'all, I'm telling you all, work it until the last second. Work it until the last second. And share your heart. I mean, and I told my team members, I said, y'all, I'm hurt. I can't do this. And I'm serious. And they just started like sending me texts like, no, don't give up on your dream. You would have thought they were the one getting the director suit. I'm serious. It was like, no, don't give up on your dream. And they just started. Teamwork is just so real, and God is real. He is just so real. And I remember I was going through my Mary Kay stuff, and I found a book. I found the advance, and the advance is what explains everything. Like it tells you how much you're gonna make and how your pay, commissions, everything. And I had written on the front of that advance, pink Cadillac 2020. Y'all, I don't even know when I wrote that. I called my director and was like, "You would never believe what I found." I don't know when I wrote it, but I wrote it because it's definitely in my handwriting. And then Joni shared something on Facebook with me this week, and I had on it hashtag Pink Caddy 2020. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even remember doing that stuff. I don't even remember doing it. But I'm telling y'all, God is like just bringing all of that stuff back. And it's like everything that everything that I had spoke with my tongue, it's like standing there right now, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to come for it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to trust me that I can do it? And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm telling you, I say this too, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for you, Joni. You don't even know how thankful I am for you, for everything that you've done. I just hate, the one thing is that I hate I got so caught up that day in the studio and didn't have time to think and say, this is a good, and then go back and call Joni and say I'm ready to come back. That's my only regret. But I thank you, Joni, for coming back and bringing Mary Kay back around. I thank God for your persistence, because that taught me. Because when I was doing this, I thought about all those text messages that you sent me, Joni. It showed me how to do it. Did. I thought about all those text messages that you sent. I've been doing the same thing to other women. And I'm just so thankful. I am just so thankful. And
I am too.
For opportunity just to speak on this platform tonight. And so I'm just happy. I'm just happy. And y'all
know what?
Crying.
I'm all crying over here. You know what, Ken? Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. God is always right on time, you guys. We didn't know the gist of your story, you know what I mean? But you and I have had our conversations where we've had our peace, where we've had our peace. And I think Ken's okay with me sharing this with you guys, but because we're being transparent. This is to help somebody today, okay? This is so good.
Yes.
So I had called Ken and I said, Ken, I'm feeling some kind of way. And she's like, oh, Jane, I don't want you feeling that way. But then, I'm not going to go all into the details, but so we talked it out and we were fine, right? And so then I told Ken just this week, I said, God had, because see, we're both sisters in the Lord, right? And God told me that these are his people. This is his people. And sometimes there's things within us that needs to be molded. When we were listening to your story, Ken, when you were talking about how you were single for 8 years and how God was molding you, all of us had that, that moment where we're like sheeps, we're tending to sheep on the hill where God is molding us and making us, you know what I mean? Before we get to that appointed time that he has for us. But when you said that, and I said, wow, God was like, those are my people. What happens is that one plants a seed, one waters the seed, but it is God that gives the increase. So that means God is in control. And I said, okay, Lord, my hands is off of that. I said, Lord, I thank you. I thank you that you allowed me to be in the process, because it's a process to everything. And there's levels to this, ain't it, y'all? It's levels, there's processes. And I just thank you, praise God for you. When I was in church too, and I was sitting next to you, I was always like, oh my gosh, she's just so sharp. She's just, and you was a BlackBerry user, man. She had, y'all know, back in the day.
Yes, oh my God, yes. Yes, Joni. Girl, we were inseparable. That BlackBerry, oh.
And I didn't know that you seen me paying tithes on the Mary Kay, because guess what? I asked Pastor Shannon about that. I said, Pastor Shannon, how do I do this business? Like, how do I tithe? He said, when you make your weekly, you week your money, you tithe on it weekly. I said, okay, Lord, we're going to do that. We're going to tithe on it weekly, and then you tithe your personal, tithe. So I said, Lord, and ever since then, can y'all still hear me? I dropped the earpiece. Ever since then, That's how how God has blessed me to do it. So,
Yes, yes. And I remember all of that. I remember
yes.
all of that when I got my
Oh,
first profits and all of that stuff. Yes. You were
oh my
modeling.
God.
You were modeling. Oh my gosh. Yes. You were
Well,
definitely
praise the
mentoring.
Lord.
You were mentoring.
Ladies, this is opened up for everybody to chime in now, and we thank Miss Ken for, oh my God, the beautiful testimony, her journey. Oh my God, this has just been so blessed. I'm telling you, God,
Wow.
He don't make mistakes. Because I said, I'm gonna ask Ken if she'll do this, and when she said I'd be honored, I was like, "Whoa, thank you, Ken."
Oh my
That's amazing.
gosh.
Hi, there's Alina in there joining us too.
And I would like to say something. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Hi,
Yes.
Alina.
Hi. I really appreciate you sharing with us tonight. And you definitely spoke to me. And I'm
Mm.
trying not to break down, but when you talked
Mm.
about the job,
Mm,
Whew.
Mm.
in that moment, I'm in that situation
Mm,
right
mm,
now.
mm,
Mm.
Literally.
Jesus.
Mm.
And they have brought somebody here over me, and I've worked the last year doing the job.
mm,
mm,
Mm.
And I'm at the same place you're at, and I'm at the point where I'm ready to give them my resignation and just step out on faith.
mm,
And when I happened to look at my phone and I saw the text come from Joan, and I was like, let me get on. Now, I know what I was going to hear, but
mm.
it was meant for me to hear your
Yes.
story tonight. I just thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
You
Thank you
are
so
so
much.
you are so welcome. You are so welcome.
And
I just you know, I just shared this the other day. I didn't even realize this until I became a director. But you all, them doing that, it played with my mind. Really played with my mind, y'all. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
an executive director, and it was like I wasn't good enough to be a senior VP. And
Mm.
and
Mm.
I
Mm.
didn't realize this until I became director. And even my husband noticed it because I'm starting to do some things now that I haven't even done since I resigned from my job. And I really do
Mm-hmm.
that some part of my brain just really shut down. And
Mm-hmm.
back as I can say I'm a director again. Even
Mm-hmm.
Mary Kay is my money and I'm my own boss. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like I have I have a higher, stronger confidence level. And I'm telling you, Helena, you know what? You're a daughter of the king and you can do this. You
Mm-hmm.
can do this. I'm telling you.
Yes. Yes.
He has a
Yes.
plan for you. Map out that strategy and stick to it. Let him tell you what that strategy is, and you do it, and you commit to it wholeheartedly.
Mm, mm.
Okay? You are a
thank
daughter
you so
of the
much.
Of the
King.
king.
Know that. Know that.
Yeah, I can agree with you with
Yes.
that confidence, after going through what I went through and being made to feel like I'm low man on a totem pole, even though I had 20 years of experience, two,
Yes.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
an insurance designation, and making me feel like I didn't know a thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
got into Mary Kay, my confidence uh, was coming back. I was happier. I looked better because I was
Yes.
happier on the inside. Not
Mm-hmm.
the makeup helps, but it was
Right.
more on the inside. It was
Mm-hmm.
more like
Yes.
just being happy and content with me and my confidence coming back and feeling like, yeah, I am enough. I am smart enough. I know how to build and I know how to talk
Mm-hmm.
to people and I know how to reach people and make them feel, you know, feel good and confident in themselves. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes a big
Mm-hmm.
difference because out there in that working world, sometimes you get in the wrong company, they will tear you down.
Tear you
Yes.
down.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tear you down.
Yes.
So true.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you all, I have to add this.
Mm-hmm.
That they hired, she's gone. She stayed.
What?
Mm.
I kid you not.
Imagine that.
She submitted her resignation
Mm-hmm.
in
What?
11
What?
months.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And you all,
See?
they hired. I was executive director of Head Start operations. I kid you not, you all, they hired 6 people to do my one job.
Wow. Look at that.
Wow. Mm, mm, mm,
See?
mm.
That's
6 people.
6.
Woo.
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
6. And and of course my mother was like, I told you were doing too much.
Good old
You were
mom.
doing too much.
We're like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, but I'm telling y'all, I was just at the point where, I had told my husband, even when I quit, I was like, I would go work anywhere. At that point, I've
Yeah.
gone to the
I'm
movie
telling you.
or Sonic somewhere and worked. It was just, no. It's just some things I was not willing to do that. I just was not.
Yeah.
It seems like it's like their agenda. When I was working in the banking world for 25 years, y'all know I was up against that all the time. From when I first started to the end, it was a fight. I mean, a fight just to go from a teller to just become a personal banker, a fight to just get to personal banker, to become a business banker. And then, don't even think about trying to be a manager. Don't even think about trying to get in a senior level position at the bank. They were not letting the brown skin people in at all. And if you got in, you really had to pull some teeth to get in there.
Right, right, Joni.
It was crazy. It was a corporate plantation. And it's like that. I think that's their agenda all around, So,
Yeah.
I mean, I rolled over one day in bed and I talk to my team, Kim, every morning. I do like an audio. And I was like on fire because God had showed me how, now these governmental agencies, this number 45 is in here talking about the scattered site housing, how he don't want that to go into the, so they can't have low income people can't live in nice neighborhoods now. They want to push it back, or the agenda back. I got up and I got mad. And MAD is motivated and determined. That's the acronym for MAD, motivated and determined. I said, okay, we're going to rise up as a people. We leveling up. We got to start getting our own communities together, and that's always been the mission, because when we are working in the family and we are, like you guys just said, your confidence is being built up. That's what this Enriching Women's Lives is all about. That's, I mean, for real, this is a revolution, okay? The revolution is for us women rising up and enriching other women's lives so that we can have better families, we can have better communities for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't. And you're right, Joni. I think we just need to get back to taking care of our own people.
Yes.
Because we have seen through the years what has happened. But Ken, your testimony was beautiful, and I believe with our plan is not God's plan, and he was saying, and he has a way of showing us, now see all that work you done did, and they not even appreciate you. They looking over you, knowing 9 times out of 10, you were the person for the job, but that's too easy. We gonna look for somebody else. That's that mindset. But God always puts us where he needs us to be for the upbuilding of his kingdom, because we already know the times we're living in. So he needs some serious sister warriors on the battlefield to help, just to help pull others up, whether it's everyone has their own gift, confidence, an encourager, or whatever. So, he just wants us, whatever he's given us, he wants us to use that to the full ability. And then there's more, that we discover, like, oh, okay, because I tell you, these jobs anymore, they just don't appreciate. They determine how far you're gonna go. What?
Right.
What?
Right.
When to take lunch, when to go on vacation.
So your testimony is very, very encouraging. I mean, it was just real.
Yes.
And do you have a copy of a link we can go to for your magazine?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes,
Please
you
share
do.
that.
You do. I tell you what. Let me see, Joni, you want me to send it to you, and you can send it to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Or
Yeah.
or
Okay.
if you can share it in the chat too, because
Oh,
and then we can
oh
all
yeah,
copy
that's right. Hold on.
We'll all
I'm gonna
copy
give
it.
y'all the website, and you can definitely
Yes,
go.
please.
And
Yes,
I
because
did
we want to read
question.
that magazine.
I
Oh,
did
go
have
ahead,
a
Yes.
Janet.
question about your
There you go.
your magazine, because I do a blog too, and
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know how you went from blogging to a magazine. I think that'd be interesting to share if you don't mind.
Yes.
So okay,
Okay.
so how I went from I started out blogging, and then I said, you know what, I would love to I would love to put together a magazine where only moms, contributed to the magazine, and I
Mhm.
Oh,
stuff in there, inspirational stuff from moms, but I always feature anywhere from 5 to 6 mothers,
Mm-hmm.
and
oh wow.
they talk about motherhood and what it was, what it looked like for them. And I tell you all, it's always a blessing because I find myself in those moms all the time. There's always a certain questions that I ask in each issue because each issue has its own thing.
Yeah.
And all of those moms, they have to answer, those questions. But
Mm.
I went to that is just I just felt like a magazine was needed that
Mhm.
for mothers that really just talked about it, like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And the ugly. Mhm.
Because I know with me, I only heard the good side of motherhood. I didn't
Mhm.
hear like the challenging aspects of motherhood. My old daughter, she didn't want to breastfeed. That was so hard because she didn't want to. I knew the benefits of it, but she didn't want to. So I just felt like I was terrorizing her. And then, the stuff that happened at 3 o'clock in the morning feedings, y'all, I kid you not, when my mom left, I cried because I just felt like I cannot do this. And my husband was there, but the book of that falls on the mom, the mothers. So I just wanted other mothers to have this platform, to have something to where they would say, hey, it's okay to say, I'm tired right now of being a mother, and no one's going to judge you for that. And so I just started looking at different, I started looking for free platforms and stuff like that that I could use. And Flip Snack, I can't think of there's another name of one too, but I use Flip Snack. I started out free, but eventually I had to start purchasing it to really so I could be able to brand it with my logo and stuff like that. And I do them quarterly. It's actually time for me to start working on the fall one. But that's pretty much how I got into that. I just wanted some piece of work so that mothers can pick it up and read it and be inspired. And my last one, I had fashion in there and also makeup too for moms. We don't have time to do a whole lot of stuff, but the ladies that's in there, they're talking about quick fixes, just quick stuff that you could do. So that's pretty much it. And the name of it is Me Magazine, managing everything.
I love it.
And it's
I
just an
love it.
online platform. It's an online magazine or
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
online. It's an online magazine, you all. Yeah. And how I
Love it.
usually, I do have some people who have signed up to have email to them, but most of the time, I just publish it. I have a Facebook page, the M Life, and people go and join that. And then I just post it on there, and everyone can pretty much, get it from my Facebook.
Okay, I'll go to your Facebook.
Also, my website.
I'll have to get it.
Okay.
I wrote for a magazine, an online magazine, a few years ago, and so that it was just fun, but I just never knew how it kind of transpired. So
it's really good, and it's really not. Everything now has templates and stuff, and you could even use Canva to put your templates and stuff together.
Yeah.
And then publish it. Yeah, because you definitely can use Canva. Canva has a limit, I think, of 20 3 or 25 pages, something like that. Because my first one was done in Canva, and then I moved to FlipSnack because I think I ended up having like 30 or 40 something pages in the magazine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look at that. Sometimes I have clients that want different platforms.
Uh-huh.
Because I do a little bit of coaching too. And so they want platforms on how they can present their branding and present what they're trying to get out into the world. So I have
okay then. Well,
that.
if if you ever need anything or links or something, I'm definitely, okay. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Okay, so
you
not mind sharing.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I'm definitely gonna check out the magazine. So.
Yes, and y'all definitely give me feedback, okay?
Yes, I will.
I'm in prayer.
Yes.
I'm in prayer now for a theme for the fall.
Okay.
One thing that I like, ladies, from what I'm hearing tonight is I like how, and this is what I've been trying to tell other people that I've been talking to about Mary Kay. Mary Kay is not to abolish what you're already doing. It's just to enhance what you're already doing. You know what I mean? We use it as a platform to enhance, because there's a lot of people on our team that has other things that they're doing. You know what I mean? Great things, that they're doing. And that's what I liked about, that's what I got out of tonight. That is awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just another platform, for us to collaborate.
It really is. That's true. That's true.
Well, oh my God, ladies, this has been so wonderful. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to have our closing remarks. So we'll go ahead and we'll let Janice go ahead and close out first. And then Ken, if you have any closing remarks, and then I'll go ahead and close it on out.
Well, Ken, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just so enjoyed you. It just really was a confirmation for me. Sometimes we go around and we're thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But it was just such a confirmation to see, we have so much in common with the writing and the magazine and you're doing your Mary Kay. And so it was like, it was just like, this was just for me. And I know it was for everybody, but it just gave me such a great confirmation. It spoke to my heart. And I just want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. You can come back anytime.
Yes, I tell you, I'm enjoying this vibe. Oh my God, it's just wonderful. Oh my gosh, you all.
Okay.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Joni, so much for this opportunity. And I'm so thankful and I'm so humble too at the same time. And, if I could just say one thing, ladies, I would just say to believe in you. Believe in you. And that's something that I really believe that God had me to go this way because I had to get to that point of where I believe in me. And guess what? He's going to enhance what you start. He's going to add to that. Believe in you and believe that he has your back because he truly does have your back, ladies. So believe in you. You're worth it. You're worth it.
Wow, that is so awesome, Ken.
That is.
Thank you so much. Confirmations all over the place. That's how I know that this is of God. It's a beautiful blessing to be a part of a God-based business, where we do celebrate God first, your family second, and your career third. When Janice and I sat down and talked about this, we were like, why don't we just have a collaboration of women, where we just get on and this would be something free for all, where we just relax and wind down. And, you are third speaker, and every speaker has been a blessing. My daughter started this off on the first one with her. She has a hair business. And then we had a lady named Mimi Taylor that was on, and she has like a beauty boutique, in North Carolina. And then now you, Miss Ken, and that was just, beautiful. I mean, so it all ties together, And so God has already put on my heart to get some of the millennials in on here too, to discuss some things. And so next week we're going to have a millennial, I believe, lined up. Still trying to get confirmation from her. But it's just been a blessing. And thank you so very much for coming on and pouring out your heart. And ladies, thank you all
Yes.
for being
You're
on
welcome.
tonight, because see,
Yes.
you all got something out of this too, because
Yes.
this was
Yes.
God ordained. You know, it really was.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
everybody pulled a little bit of something, including myself. Okay. I'm over here in tears, you know. So it has been a blessing. So thank you so much. You all are
Thank
so
you.
blessed.
Thank you
And
all.
we are all sisters. This is a Mary Kay sisterhood. Okay, that's how Mary
That's
Kay,
right.
the woman, started this all out anyway in the first
Yes.
place, right? We are all Mary Kay sisters. So
Mary Kay
Mm-hmm.
sisters.
that's one
Yep.
of the things that I love when I first got into this business. You know, no matter
Yep.
whose group you're in, we are all Mary Kay
Oh,
sisters. Because when we go to
Yes.
seminar, which we're gonna have a seminar pretty soon on virtual, we
Yep.
were all just so happy. We're like, oh my God, you're in Mary Kay. And then when we see a Cadillac, that pink Cadillac driving down the street, we're like, oh, that's a Mary Kay Cadillac. Oh, that's a Mary Kay Malibu. You know, we are all in this together. We in our pink coven.
Yes.
You see what I'm
yep.
saying? So, oh, I
Yes.
love this. So we're sister consultants. Oh, look, my granddaughter wanted me to show y'all the book. She done put the book on the desk. Yes,
Oh my
look
gosh,
at
that's
God.
too funny.
And
That's
That is
good.
too
I don't know if
funny.
y'all can see this, but I put her name on it to Kylie, because I have so many copies of this book. I gave her her own very own copy.
Oh, that is so
That's
sweet.
legacy. That's legacy right there, y'all.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
really
is.
is. Yes. Yes. It is.
They don't
It
know it, but
is.
that's legacy.
That's legacy, right? That's right. They will soon.
They will.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, I've had
Oh
a
my
wonderful
gosh.
time. Does anybody else have anything else to say? Other than that, we can go ahead and just be blessed. Oh my God.
Yes.
Enjoy your
Yes.
Friday evening.
Mm.
Thank you all so much. Love you, Ken. Thank you.
I
Love
love
you
you.
Thank
I
you,
love you,
Ken.
Jody.
Nice
I
meeting
love you,
you.
ladies. Same here. It's nice to meet
all.
you too. Bye bye.
It's such a
It
Bye-bye.
blessing.
is. Bye,
Bye.
Helena.
Bye,
Bye,
Helena.
Alina. Yes, thanks for coming on, Denise.